Welcome to this event. How do you feel?
Feel excited. I think we are one of the nominees
Yes.
in one of the award categories for PUG ratings.
Yeah.
Super excited. I think this is a great fraternity for like-minded people.
Yes. Definitely.
So, look forward for the evening.
Yeah. Ankit, tell me something about the practices, sustainable practices, tourism practices that your organization has been doing.
Great. Yeah, so I think we'll say we started on this project 10 years back.
Yeah.
And
Tell
it
me
has
the name
been,
of the project again.
The project name is called Surwahi Social Ecoestate. If you see, the name itself conveys Surwahi is the village where we are born 10 years back. It's around 21 kilometers from Kanha Tiger Reserve, which is known for its tiger watch. But we are there for nature, a lot of conservation and wildlife focus. Social means a place to interact not just among the people but with nature and a lot more about community, what people of that area has given. We embrace that the forest is because of the natives who have been living in the forest for ages. And the boundaries have come in last 30-40 years, which we call national parks or tiger reserves. So there's a lot to learn from the native. There's a lot to, when we say that we are qualified, educated, entrepreneurs and so on and so forth. It's actually the simple learnings from the community at these conservation areas, which is absolutely sustainable practices they have been living for ages. So the place mingles that, and that's why it's called social. You have to be social not as a family inside the place, but you have to be social outside the place.
How do you do that? How do you achieve that? How do you make people achieve that?
Great. So it's an effort, honestly a tough one. There's no right and wrong answer, but there are few strong practices which we have followed. For example, when you come and stay with us, we have all the local skilling, local people who are employed with us. We have made this as a norm that whether they are good or bad in their English, whatever they are, you have to accept them. Right? So that's one way. Second, we have a lot of programs
that's the only
where
way to accept.
Absolutely.
Correct.
So
to give them confidence, right, in their language and their culture.
Skill, right? Absolutely. So it's not be bounded by Hindi or English or any
absolutely.
language. The second one is, which is more important, that how do you, when people come to stay with Surwahi Social, we ensure that, for example, one dinner is at the home of the local.
Like a homestay.
Like a homestay.
Very nice.
Right. We have one coffee or one chai or one pakoras with the
I'm
locals.
coming.
Please
I'm coming there definitely.
There are practices like, can you come to the local panchayat and see the civic rights in India, democracy from the root. So a lot of us have studied, for example, the panchayat happens, panches happens. So programs like how do you connect with the local community. Very simple example, we have farmers all around us. We have a nice place, 10-acre place, all guarded by bamboos and all. But then can you have a morning tea at the nearby farm? So we have an initiative like Know Your Crop, KYC.
Interesting.
How do you understand your rice is coming from where?
Yes.
How do this guy has understood monsoon so well that he plants it at the right time and actually reaps it at the right time?
Yes, absolutely.
With all the drones and AI coming in still, right? How do you understand two crop ecosystems, soil around us? How do you understand the importance of water? See, we as a property may have swimming pool, may have the showers, right? How do you understand your water footprint relative to the neighborhood. So when you draw 2 bore wells, does the neighbor, your farmer has appetite to draw 3? Because the water was for all. It was not benchmarked by my boundary. So I think hard-hitting questions on water is for all, air is for all. When we come to a place, when we create boundaries, are you cutting off the neighborhood from you? You have made your privy nice place and you have said that guests are getting privy, but the nearby person is curiously looking what is inside. Right? I was here for ages. I was trying to conserve the deers and the wild boars and the tigers, right? So how the kids around you are taking that safari. They are looking at with curiosity that what goes into this jungle, why do these people wearing these hats and jackets are going in with these cameras, right? So we have a program that can you embrace a kid and take him along in the jeep if you have 2 of you are going in, it's a 6-seater. One of the biggest carbon footprint inside the jungle is the jeep itself. We feel that we have not got safari. The safari went. We feel that there should be infinite jeeps going inside. But that itself is a carbon footprint. So shared jeeps.
Very nice.
Large buses, which we feel that it's actually a menace that when 40 people together see a tiger. So I think these are very minor things, but they have a large impact.
No, they're not minor things. They're very important things. I'm so glad that So do your guests, they get a shock, or are they happy with this change?
Very again, evolving question.
Evolving question.
Absolutely. And one way we do it is we try to pick and choose our guest a bit.
Acha.
We try to say that rawness of the place, sir, has to be luxury. Don't come with the mindset that finesse is a luxury. In fact, keeping it local is a luxury. Okay. So these are some challenging things. Absolutely, few people get furious. What is this? We are coming from blah blah loyalty points, right? We are coming from this cards, right? From the lounges. Why is this like that? So, for example, our tables are made of all wooden, which is procured from villages.
Okay.
Thanks to Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, the kacha houses are becoming pakka. Now the kacha house had the old wood. They had the old Kavelu tiles. So we embrace that, bring it up, try to make something out of that. Now that furniture may not be super sharp and clean and polished, but then that's a wood of 200-year-old.
And that's what it is.
Exactly.
That's
so that's
what it is. You
so
will
these
get
are
there.
small, I think, things where you kind of, some anomalies we see is a part of being human. The community is full of anomalies around if you see it that way. Otherwise, you see the other way, that was a community which was actually holistically sustainable even before we came in. So I think that respect to local is a very, very important attribute for sustainability.
Very nice. Ankit, how has TOFT, what role has TOFT played in your journey?
Excellent. So I think 2-3 things here, Shruti. One, TOFT gave us a fantastic platform, as I mentioned, for like-minded people. And we see that sustainability is a very subjective answer for each. It can't be that I am sustainable and you are not sustainable, right? It is a scale which I say between 0 to 100 where you want to be. We can have the most sustainable property, but it will be the most toughest or costliest to operate, right? So even having a like-minded group of people who are embracing sustainability in some order and some form is a great group. So that's number one. When you get into that group and you attach to that fraternity, you find that everyone has some sort of thinking around sustainability, right? So that's number one. Number two, I think the entire process of getting the PUG ratings for us was very enriching for us. It comes with a cost, to be honest, but then it's a great way because measuring sustainability is a true science and art still. In our country, even tough. Okay. So how do you measure your water footprint? How do you measure your carbon footprint? How do you measure your soil footprint? How do you measure, as I mentioned, your property impact on surroundings? How do you increase the awareness quotient in your guest? Do you publish your birding list? Do you publish about your toilets? What happens with the black water and grey water? I think these are the sustainability, if you ask me, is a topic which can't cover in one lifetime. Right? So I think
it's just a way of life.
Absolutely. So TOFT has given us that certification helped us a lot. It intrigued us to even do better. While we feel that we have done to what extent in 0 to 100 scale, I think there was always an upside. So
you were there and then you met TOFT and then you're like
absolutely.
in sustainability.
Exactly. Then we thought, oh, okay, there is a headroom still. We feel that while we were the kings there, there is a. So I think our humility, it fills with humility. And the third part is that not just the property, I think a lot of the travel fraternity in terms of agents, in terms of DMCs, we look forward, I think, to get some. Because this is I think we say that it's a combined initiative. No one lodge, one DMC, one group can do it. The way we are heading towards climate change, I think it has to be a group. So it's a nice common action.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Such a pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks,
you have a great time here.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.